Going live, and we're live. All right, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to make a quick little recording here before we do our call at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm not going to be able to make it tonight, so we'll have Brian and Carlson that are going to be on there with you. But I just wanted to come on and share a couple little things and make sure that we all get really clear. It's a new year now. We're into 2015. I want to make sure that you guys are all really clear on exactly what we're going to be doing moving forward so that we can give you guys the best shot possible to go and hit your income goals. Now, I'm hoping that all of you guys were on this or last week's Hangout on our webinar on Thursday because you saw a lot of cool things that are going to be coming into place. You saw a little bit of what the funnel is going to look like, and you saw a little bit about Kiala talking about the beta test group. Some of you guys have came to me and you're just like, I can't afford to do the beta test group, or I can't do this. I don't want you guys to be too worried about that. I want to kind of save that for leaders that want to go and do it. If you want to be a part of the beta test group, please shoot me a message beforehand so we can get I can chat with you a little bit about that. But for the majority of you, what I want you guys, what we're going to be setting out is exactly what Kiala was talking about on the Thursday Hangout. Okay, he was going through and talking about setting out your marketing budget, knowing exactly how much money you guys can spend every month with it not being an issue, right? With literally you being able to spend that money without having to worry about it consistently every single month. And this is exactly what we've done in previous businesses and anywhere to be able to get up to the point of making 5 figures per month. And this is literally the lifeblood of your business, right? And it doesn't matter if it's $50 a month, if it's $100 a month, if it's $500 a month. Obviously, the more you start with, the better. But you need to start somewhere, right? Because this is the lifeblood of your business. And when you start off with, say, $100 a month, and as you saw Kiala writing down on the board, like you start off at 100, right? And for your first month, maybe you only make $50 back, right? So you're at a loss for that month. But guess what? Now you take that $50 and you move it over to the next month. Now you have 150. You see what I mean? Now maybe you make 75. And then you go to the next month and you have 225. You see what I mean? So it keeps compounding down, and eventually you get to the point where you have $5,000, $6,000, $1,000 for a marketing budget, and that's where you get testing a lot of data, and that's where you get a lot of feedback to be able to go out and be able to hit your income goals a lot faster. And so $100 a month, yeah, it's not a lot to start off with, but at least you're starting somewhere, and then you can start to compound on each other as you go month by month. And this is something that we need to set out. And it needs to be more than, like, a lot of people get discouraged, right? And a lot of people don't even realize that they'll spend $100 and they'll make only $50, and they'll be like, oh, I lost $50, and they'll give up. But they don't even know that if they continue doing what they were doing for the next 3 to 4 months, it would compound onto each other and get themselves into a profit, because it's hard when you're only running $100 worth of traffic. But when you get to the point of running 500, that's when you get more into a higher profit margin, and it gets to become more profitable. And so when we lay it out for you guys, so you have it where, okay, I can spend $200 a month, and you spend that consistently every single month, and all the money you make, you compound back onto it to the next month for your marketing budget, so that your marketing budget continues to grow month after month. And that's how you get to your goals. Like, if you want to make $10,000 a month, you better be ready to spend $10,000 in traffic. Like, for me, I want to make $100,000 a month. I got to spend $100,000 a month in traffic. You know what I mean? To get there, because you know if you spend $10,000 a month, you're gonna make that $10,000 in profit once you get to that point of compounding up. Because as you go along, you're gonna get better. Your leads are gonna convert higher. Your applications are gonna convert better. And the thing too, like what Kiala was saying, was that, you know, when they were running that test, is that when he would get the applications and he would call them, sure, he would get a good closing rate. I think he closed 3 out of 5 that he said. But the thing is that for the people that weren't as good at selling, they would get on the phone and they wouldn't have as good of results as they did. Well, I was just talking with Brian, and this is what we said from the beginning. I'm more than happy to jump on and close these applications for you. Brian as well for his team, Eric Carlson for his team. We're more than happy. Like, we know how to sell. Put us to work for you. We just need to go through and get your applications filled. Okay, so we started off at a slow point, right? We started off doing it very manual, going out and just going through belly to belly, kind of going through our warm market and stuff like that, to progress towards this point, to be able to go out and now spend traffic, right? Spend money on traffic so that we're able to get a consistent flow of leads coming in, we're getting a consistent flow of applications coming in, and then you can put us to work closing the applications for you, because it is really easy for us. And as we start going and moving forward, you're going to learn that skill set, which is going to make it easier for you to be able to go out and do that for your team as well, right? So what we want to be able to do is get you guys clear, find out exactly what you guys can do right now. How much money can you spend on a marketing budget per month, and be able to spend that every single month consistently, right? map out a game plan. Figure out exactly, like, I know before, it's been a couple weeks since we've done a hangout, but I know before we went on to our goals, we wanted you guys to map out exactly what do you guys want to make per month. You know, what do you guys want to make? What is that? You know, do you want to make $10,000 a month? Do you want to make $20,000 a month? What is it that you want to make every month, right? Get clear on that, and get clear on the marketing budget that you're going to be able to spend per month, so that you know, okay, I can spend $200 a month. I can spend $500 a month, whatever it is. We know based on the funnel that Kale has tested, you're getting at least a 30% conversion rate on leads. So if you run 100 clicks, you're getting 30 leads, right? And you're getting 10% of those to get filling out an application, right? And those are the numbers they've tested through like 15,000 clicks. Those are the numbers that we're going to be getting with this, right? So we know that if we just keep going and you have your marketing budget going out and you let it compound over and over, a lot of people, they'll go through and they'll start with marketing, and I'm guilty of this before when I started, and I started my marketing and I only had $200 a month. I didn't have much more than that. So I had $200 a month, but guess what? I made $100 or $200, and then I would spend it. You know what I mean? And if you're just going to go and do that, then it's pointless. You're never going to get anywhere because you're going to spend it before you even get somewhere. Whereas if you just take that 200, and even if you only make $50, but you take that $50 onto the next month, and now you're at 250, and then you make $100, and now you take it on to the next month, and now you're at 350. You see what I mean? And as you go, it's going to keep compounding and compounding. And as long as you keep being consistent, it's going to keep growing, and you're going to keep getting a bigger and bigger marketing budget moving forward, which is going to be more leads, which is going to be more applications, which is going to be more sales, right? And it's just as easy as that. And if we keep going and consistently doing that, and I was just talking with Cam yesterday over some dinner, is that when you're going out and doing that, like, buying traffic is the lifeblood of your business. And when you stay consistent with it, you'll have people that, because you're consistent, maybe they don't buy right away. Right? Maybe they don't buy right away, but they're a lead on your list, and all of a sudden, 5 months, 6 months, a year down the road, 2 years down the road, now all of a sudden they come in and they lock in and they join, right? And it's all about becoming consistent and keep going through and keep taking the same daily actions and making sure. So if your marketing budget is $100 a month, you're spending $100 a month every single month moving forward, and keep compounding it over and over and over as we're building a list, as we're getting applications filled, and then sending those applications over to us. So what we want to be doing for those applications is, what we'll do is we'll have all you guys pre-screen them, right? So you guys will call them up. We'll have some questions for you to ask them before you bring them on to us. We need to make sure that we're pre-qualifying them before they get to us, so that you're gonna pre-qualify them, ask them a few questions. I'll write up some questions for you guys so you guys have them all, so that after you're going to go, hey, Matt, or hey, Brian, okay, I got this guy. I just pre-qualified him. Here's his questions that he answered. Here's his number. Here you go. So now I get that. I have the information that I need to be able to call them up, figure out what the best possible solution is for them, and plug them in and get them started. Right? So that's going to be a game plan moving forward. And this is where it gets more automated. This is where it gets fun, guys. You guys all know that we've been doing this belly to belly. We've been doing this a lot more manually, right? Where myself, I'm more traditionally, like, I'm more used to having everything automated, leveraging our time as much as possible, so that not only are we able to make a lot of money, but we're able to have a lot of fun while we're doing it. We're not having to be a slave to our business in order to create an income, right? And you'll see as we start to go more and more and more, like, imagine if you get to the point where you have, a $3,000 marketing budget, and you have a consistent flow of thousands of leads every single month and hundreds of applications, and you have so many applications that you can't even call them. Like, that's what it gets to the point if you let it keep compounding over and over, and don't, like, the money that you're putting in, put back in. Don't spend any of the money that you're putting into marketing, right? Don't spend, like, you spend it on your traffic, and all the money you make, you put back in, right? And so as you keep going and keep going through and doing that, you're going to build out your marketing budget's going to build out possible. That's how I did my first 5 figures in my previous business, and I didn't start with a massive marketing budget. I started with $200 a month. You know what I mean? In some months it was 100. And I just kept putting up more and more and more, and kept compounding it over and over to get to the point of $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, right? And that's where it gets fun. But it's just about being consistent and starting right now. Okay, and I want you guys to just pay very, very close attention and make sure that you guys follow the steps here. Okay, it's 2015. It's a brand new year. We're all getting into new habits and structuring our business in a way so that we can't help but succeed. If you guys consistently go through and consistently have your marketing budget and keep putting the money back in and keep reinvesting in marketing and going back and building your list and filling out applications and putting us to work to close for you, you guys can't help but succeed. You just can't. It's too easy to be able to do. So what I want you guys to do is pay very close attention and be sure that every Thursday, no matter what, you're on those Project AWOL webinars. Okay, those are going to be very important. That's where they're going to be putting all of our updates and everything like that. We need to make sure that everyone's there as a community. And what you'll notice too, all the people that are getting results, all the people that are making moves, all the people that are serious, they're on those Hangouts, they're on those webinars every single week. And if you're not there, you're just not serious. You know what I mean? And if you're not serious about your business, how can you expect to go and hit your income goal? How can you expect to go and make $10,000 a month if you're not willing to show up for a Hangout every Thursday or every Monday? You know what I mean? And this is something that's really not only for the information that we're going to be getting, but just for being in that conversation, knowing what's going on, knowing what's working for people and what isn't working for people. You know, when we have people like Nate come on and literally open his book and show us exactly what he's saying to people, what they're replying to him, and how he's answering back. Right? These are really, really key things that you can literally take and apply right away to your business and go and use them for yourself. You know what I mean? So I just want to really stress the point. By this time coming around Monday, I'll be on this Monday coming back, and we're going to make sure that you have your income goals, right? And I know on one of the previous Hangouts we did, we had you all write out your goal in the present tense, know your income goal, what you wanted to create, so that we know, okay, at the end of 90 days, like how much are you guys wanting to make at the end of 90 days? Like let's start that now. Let's figure out, we have that set up. How much is your marketing budget to put out every month? Right? Get it clear, and so we know exactly, okay, I have 100, I have 200, I have 500, whatever it is, you know, start where it's comfortable, but wherever you can start, so you have that marketing budget that you can spend consistently every single month so that you have those leads coming in. Because, yeah, going belly to belly and chasing family and friends and doing all these other things that we were doing before is time consuming. Some people don't have a responsive friends list. Some people don't have responsive people that are coming to them, and it's difficult. But guess what? When you're paying for traffic and we have a funnel that we know converts like this, you're getting 30% of the people that you send to it to convert into a lead no matter what. You're getting 10% of those leads to convert into an application no matter what. As long as you keep spending on there, you're going to keep building leads and you're going to keep filling applications no matter what. So we keep doing that, and as you use us to close for you, right, start going through, you know, the straight line persuasion and building up your sales skills so that you can start doing it for yourself as well. But you're able to leverage us. You know how Kayla was just saying how that was the biggest variable. That was they needed to bridge that gap so that it would, you know, some people weren't able to close. Well, guess what? We're going to be able to do that for you. But the biggest thing right now, what we need to do, get clear on exactly what you're wanting to do in the next 90 days. What do we want to crush out? How much money do we want to make? What is that money going to be able to do for us? Why do we want to go out and do this? Right? And now let's chunk that down to a daily action goal. Like, how much do you need to make per day, right? If you want to make $10,000 a month, you know you have to make, what is it, $300 a day or something like that, right? And that's what you know you need to be able to do. Well, now let's break that down. How many leads do we need to be able to do that? How many leads? We got a puppy in the background. How many? You know, we break that down. Well, we know if we're buying, say, 100 clicks in traffic, that gets us 30 leads, that gets us however many applications, and we'll break that down so that we know when we go out and consistently spend our marketing budget, we can literally map it out. We'll be like, okay, well, right now I'm only at $200 a month, right? And I want to get to making $10,000 a month, right? That's where I want to get. So if we know and we start going and we start compounding it, well, if I want to make $10,000 a month, I need to spend around probably $300 a day in traffic. So how do I need to get there? You need to keep compounding it to the point where you get up to spending $300 a day in traffic. And how are we going to do that? And when we, like next Monday, what we'll do is we'll really break it down and go through. And as we start testing the funnel more and more, and we start using me, Brian, and Carlson to close for you guys, we're going to get the numbers down a lot better so that we know, okay, out of every 5 applications, we're going to at least get 1 sale. What's that 1 sale going to get us? And we'll be able to break down the number so that we can know exactly what we need to do moving forward to get there. So if you just stay consistent, and obviously the people that started 100, it's going to take a little bit longer than the people started a $500 marketing budget, right? But it doesn't matter where you start. All that matters is you start, right? That's all that matters, is that you start. get the $100. Make sure you're consistently spending it every month. It's consistently getting that lead flow coming in and consistently getting those applications and getting them over to myself, Brian, or Carlson, or whoever your leader is, so that we can get on and close for you, so that we can get you into profit as fast as possible. Okay. Another thing I just want to touch on quickly is for all of you too, for all of your applications and stuff like that, for your vouchers, sorry, make sure that you're handing those out. For a lot of you that have a ton of vouchers, you're literally sitting on $600 right there just from giving away. If you go to someone and you're like, hey, I got a $100 a year membership, and I can give it to you for $1. I just need to get rid of them. You know what I mean? I can give it to you for $1. People are gonna do it. You know what I mean? It's $1. Just by making one purchase, they'd get their $1 back. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be very, very easy to get rid of, and you're getting an easy $600. Guess what? That's a $600 marketing budget for you right there. For those of you that don't have a marketing budget, that are at PPA, right? If you're at TM, you at least got $100, right? But you have some sort of money to put into a marketing budget right from there, right? That's where it gets simple. Like for those of you, some of you guys are going to say, you know, I don't have money for marketing. I don't have money for this. Well, right there you have vouchers to give away. Right there, so you can go out and give away vouchers. If you're a PPA, you got $600 in vouchers. If you're a TM, you got at least $100 in vouchers, right? Just by going out and giving them away to people, right? There's marketing right there, right? Or you go through and save up whatever you need to get some sort of marketing budget to get going. Like you don't need a lot to get started. Like $100 a month that isn't too much. You don't need a lot. But at least have something to get started, to start compounding onto it and be able to move forward and have something that you're at least getting started. It's better to get started than just to be waiting. Oh, I'll wait till later. Well, guess what? The people that start right now and have that $100 marketing budget and keep letting it compound over and over, those are the people that are going to hit their goals fast. Those are the people that are going to go out and crush their goals because they were consistent and they kept going through, they kept generating leads, they kept getting applications filled, they kept following up with them. And we're going to go through, as we start moving forward, we're going to show you guys, like, you're going to have a follow-up sequence that's getting sent out on your behalf. You're going to be able to also broadcast these leads as well, right? So we're going to go into teaching a couple little things and getting them to, you know, add you on Facebook, carry on the conversation from there. Because what we'll know is you're going to get 10% of your sales that are just going to come through your application, right? Of your total sales that you get, 10% of them will just come through the application or come through the funnel, fill out the application, get on, and buy, right? 90% of your sales are going to come through your email follow-ups, right? And this is a big thing, and I'm going to be going through and teaching you guys how to do this. And with these funnels that we have set up, you're going to have 7 pre-written emails that are already going out, plus we're going to show you how to broadcast with that on top of that. But 90% are going to come from just following up with your leads. So it's getting in the habit, too, of once we start building this list, is that every morning you're going out and sending out an email, or at least you're scheduling an email to go out every morning. Whether you do it at night at 7 p.m. and schedule it for 6 a.m. in the morning the next day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that you're constantly building rapport with your leads, constantly just sharing testimonials, sharing tips and tricks. I'm going to hearing the echo here. Constantly sharing tips and tricks and stuff like that, and building that rapport with your list, because eventually it might take 1 email, 2 emails, 5, 10, 20 emails, but then they come back and follow up with you, and then they come add you on Facebook, then they fill out the application. You know what I mean? But it just comes with being consistent, taking action every day, and it's all going to start with, I don't want to go too much longer because I know Carlson and Brian will jump on at 5 with you guys, but I just want to make sure that we set the intention, know what your goal is, know what you're wanting to go out and create, figure out what you have for a marketing budget so we know by this time around Monday, okay guys, let's start with we got $100, we got $200, we got $500, whatever we have, we can start marketing right away with whatever we can afford so that we start building our list, okay? The money is in the list, right? And so we start building that list, we start consistently building rapport with them, we start getting applications filled, and we start getting pre-qualifying those applications and getting them over to me, Brian, or Eric to be able to go out and close those for you. And that's, you know, like Julian just did this. I think it was just before Christmas, and I think Cam might have mentioned on the Hangout. He did a 500-click solo ad, and because he knows how to sell, and he closed two TMs and a PPA from a 500-click solo ad. You see what I mean? Like this is where it gets automated. Like, this is where you have a consistent flow of people just constantly coming to you, right? And this is what we're going to be laying out. And yeah, we're going to have that beta group, which some of you guys are going to be able to take part in, which is going to be great, but it is going to be a lot more advanced. So I would suggest that you either come and contact me before you go and do that, so that we can kind of lay out the expectation of what it's going to be like. But we're going to have a lot of things moving forward. Like, this is just the beginning. We now have a funnel that we can get set up. We're going to have other funnels that we're going to be testing. We're going to be split testing every parts of the funnels on your behalf in our back office, so that you guys don't have to go out and do that. Like, a lot of this stuff that we're doing, this was never this easy. Like, just a few short years ago, like before I started really getting into automated and doing online pay-per-click and stuff like that, just to build a landing page was like hours of work. You had to know HTML code and know how to do all this. We literally have it all built for you. We have traffic sources on tap. You can literally click a button and be like, I want 200 people to my site. I want 500 people to my site. Like, it does not get any easier than this, guys. So make sure you get clear, know what you're wanting to do, get your marketing budget set in place, and so that when it comes around Monday, we know everyone, where everyone is, and then we can start rolling on some traffic and filling out some applications and building everyone's list, and then that's where it gets fun, guys. It's very, very simple to be able to go out and crush 5 figures a month for all of you guys that want to do it. For all of you that want to do 20K, 30K a month, or more than that, it's very, very simple when you follow this process. Keep your marketing budget and keep compounding out moving forward. It's going to keep growing, and it's going to keep growing, and you're going to keep learning more and more as you move forward. You're going to get better at converting leads. You're going to get better at writing emails. You're going to get better at everything because you're consistently doing it on a daily basis and getting better. That's really all I wanted to really stress for now. Brian, I don't know if you wanted to touch on anything here. I'm just going to unmute you here. Oh, are you muted? I'm trying to unmute you.
No, that's good, man. We'll see you guys at 8.
All right.
All right, man.
I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys on Thursday's Hangout. And I'll see you guys next Monday. Make sure you guys are here at 5 p.m. And Eric and Ron. All right. Take care, guys.